All right, guys. Obviously, you know, there were some tough moments in that game. There were some good moments in that game. I just talked to that football team, and basically the message they gave to our football team today was that we're going to, you know, we're like putting that puzzle together right now. We're just going to keep fighting. We're not together yet. We're not together yet. That hasn't happened yet. The pieces of all the puzzle aren't together yet. We got a lot of young guys in there, and at times we just, you know, we make mistakes on both sides of the ball at critical errors that cost us dearly. But and you know, I don't blame you if you get tired of hearing that, and I understand that. But that's just the way it is. Those are the facts of life. I like our football team. I really believe in our football team. I really believe, as I said, our day will come. Our day will come, and we'll just keep grinding here, steadying the boat, developing these players, and that will happen. You know, we let up too many big plays today. I mean, you know, the facts are the facts. Couple of plays there that are just like crazy plays. You know, one where they think they have us offsides and we're not offside, so it's a freebie, but it's not a freebie. Throw it down the field and we don't make a play on the ball, and all of a sudden it's a touchdown, just like that. Bam. That happened today. That really happened. We got beat a couple times on top for some quick scores. That really happened. You know, there's a couple of deals in there, those fast-paced scores that you just look at and saying, wow, there wasn't, you know, there's not a lot of work done there, and all of a sudden, bam. Probably 21 points worth on that board that could come off of there if you could do things a little bit better. Okay, we had a few third downs where, you know, we had a great chance to get off, and all of a sudden the quarterback's pulling the ball down, running with it, and we've got a guy assigned to him, and that just doesn't get done. But you know what? That will get done. There'll become a time where that will get done, and all of a sudden that 3rd and 12's off the field again. There were also times on defense today where I thought we did a good job in stopping the run and getting off the field a little bit better. That happened a couple times. The difference today was just incredibly quick explosives that happened with the ball going way down the field, and that happened. That's real. On offense, you know, we in the first series, I mean, we literally had a couple things where a couple guys went the wrong way. Hard to fathom that could happen. Doesn't happen in practice. It just happened. You know, those things were real. We had a couple of beautiful looking drives. One by Chris, one by Juice. I thought we went down got the ball down on the 2-yard line. And we had 2 shots at it where I thought that Ryan Day just did a phenomenal job. Had 2 great calls, and both of them were just exactly what you wanted to have happen. We didn't connect on them, you know. But there'll come a day where we will connect on those 2 plays. That's going to happen. That's going to happen, and you know, and I'm excited about seeing that happen. You know, that's kind of where we are. Positives. I mean, we had 30 minutes of time of possession in that game. Pretty good. You know, we actually threw the ball at times today. I thought Juice did a nice job doing that. You saw some nice balls that he threw. We overthrew a couple, but talking about someone who hasn't played a lot of football. But I thought he stood in that pocket and threw some shots. I thought Kevin threw a nice ball at the end of the day. I thought those were positives. I thought Matt Brown did a nice job for us. I thought Roman DeLoche, young freshman, came into this game, and all of a sudden we kind of said, that's it, we're going now, full-time going. And he made some really nice catches. That big target out there, 6'5", 6'6" target. You can see the makings of one heck of a football player in Roman DeLoche. That's pretty obvious to the eye. You saw Sam Benjamin out there beating guys deep, and then all of a sudden it's the young freshman out there. One time got twisted around, fell down. One time thought the ball would come right to him instead of playing on the ball, but beat deep with great speed. I thought that was exciting to see. And I saw Jalen Fitzpatrick taking some wildcat snaps and giving us a little spark in there. I was excited to see that. So there were some really good positives in there amongst certainly, you know, some negatives. And where are we? I say it again. Hey, you'll get tired of this, but the reality of it is we're a handful over here and a handful over here of plays that, you know, we just got to keep pounding at. And that's not your job to evaluate. That's my job. That's where we are. And I'm going to do my job and keep pushing this football team. I told them, I don't know when that's going to come together. Next week? 2 weeks? Next month? September? I don't know. I know it will, and I can't wait to be around when it happens. It'll be exciting. And that's the development of a young football team and a young football program. You know, the old saying, Mama said there'd be days like this. Well, there's some days like this. But I'll tell you what, we got a lot of resolve in that other room. We got a lot of excited guys. We got a lot of guys that know that somewhere as that train goes through that tunnel, there's a light. There's a light, and we'll get there. And that's what we're going to do. We're just going to keep working, and we're going to get there. This is as fun an outfit as I've had a chance to coach in my career because it's real moldable. It's moldable. It's frustrating, but it's moldable, and that's exciting. So there's exciting times ahead for Temple, exciting times ahead for this football program and for this football team. And I'm looking forward to coaching it. I can't wait to get back to work on Monday and get back going again. We had a great week last week. Now we got to make that week turn into that game. Got to make the week turn into the game. What's the difference? We know what the difference is. The stadium, the competition. You know, it blinks really quick sometimes for guys that don't have a lot of experience. Any questions?
Is Juice your starter now?
I mean, Juice went in, and I thought he did a nice job. I want to watch the tape, you know. But I'm all about putting a guy in there that can move the football team. And I thought Juice did a nice job. For me to stand up here right now and make proclamations, I'm just not wired that way. But I thought he did a nice job. And I really liked what I saw, you know. And I wanted to get him in the game, and that was it. He went in the game. And to the guy's credit, he orchestrated a nice drive and looked good doing it. Made some plays, made some throws, did some things, checked some protections. Good for him. Good for him. Can't wait to coach him. Can't wait for Monday, you know. And I'm not going to fiddle around with it. I'll confirm my tape, and you'll get an answer from me. But good for Juice. Really happy to see him step up. You know, he's had a couple of shots now in bad situations. Who knows, you know. Can't wait to see Kevin Newsom play a little more, too. I'm excited for that. Can't wait for that. Great. Terrific. And that's what we're going to do.
How's Montel?
I don't know. I can't answer it. You know, I don't know the details of it. I mean, he seemed good.
He hurt his knee?
I mean, I don't know the depth. I haven't had a chance. I mean, I literally just went in. I addressed the team. I came in here. My anticipation is he's going to be fine. You know, he'll be fine. He's disappointed because, you know, that guy's a baller. He loves football. And not to be able to get out there and run today really bothered him. But that's okay. That happens. We'll get him back. Matt Brown got back. Jamie Gilmore got going a little bit. What else?
Steve, you got Jalen more involved today with Wildcat.
Yep.
Stuff like that. How do you think he looked?
I thought he did a great job. You know, we're trying to get him involved. Trying to get our playmakers involved. You know, that's every week we sit there and say, how do we get the ball in the hands of certain guys? You know, we want to throw the ball to Booth more. We want to get the ball in the hands of Jalen more. We wanted to get Roman Deloche really activated. And I thought Ryan did a great job getting him activated today. He got activated. Now, there were some really great plays, and there were some plays that we got some work to do, okay? But the future looks bright with that right there. It's exciting. That's exciting. And I love his attitude, you know, and I just love Sam Benjamin's explosive speed. He's got great explosive speed. Now we just got to give him some game experience. He's able to come out of those twists and turns and stay on his feet. What else? Yes? Excuse me?
Where do you see strength in the defense?
Well, I mean, I think that on defense right now, the future strength obviously is in some very, very outstanding young linebacker crew right now. But in that young linebacker crew, there's a lot of errors that cost us in this game. But their passion for the game and the way they play is really fun to watch. And we are working like crazy to get that out of there. I see that as a strength. I thought the defensive front today played better. I thought they played better, you know. I was disappointed in the back end. I mean, I'm not going to hide that. I mean, I just was disappointed. I thought that the two corners did a better job last week attacking the ball. I don't know that we attacked it as well today at the safety or the corner position. That was a little bit of a disappointment today for me. The defensive front, I thought, played a little better. I thought we did a better job stopping the run a little bit, and I thought the linebackers played hard, but again, continue to make a couple of really costly errors. So as we push forward, we just got to keep developing these guys, you know, because they're the strength and the future of our defense. But when you're a true freshman and you got a couple of them working in concert with each other, three of them, you know, there's not like an old vet in there steadying that ship out. One's making all the calls, and it's, you know, there's a lot on the guy's plate. So for every great play they make, they're still at the point where they're not making a few. But the back end, we got to challenge better back there. That's got to be challenged better.
Steve, can you put your finger on why on the 140-yard run by their quarterback, Justin, just ran the other way? Can you put your finger on why they've struggled this year and why they just seem kind of lost in certain plays?
Who are we talking about?
Gilbay or even Caraway, too, just on the back end.
Well, you know, on one of the quarterback runs that occurred, we had somebody signed to him, and it wasn't a safety. And they weren't, you know, they did not do that. They chased somebody else. So we had a rat assigned for the quarterback. And that's what's sometimes, you know what happens. You sometimes get in a game and you make a call. It's not a good call, you know. But that was, you don't get much of a better one. You put a spy on a guy, the spy tackles the guy, you flush him from the pocket, there's the spy, bam. But if the spy makes a mistake and goes on somebody else, and you have no spy, and the thing's set to turn it back to the spy, no spy, got a problem. 3rd and 12, first down, here we go. That's what happens. And that's the kind of thing that's going on. So, you know, but I'm not going to sit there and I'm not going to chastise, and I'm not going to bench young guys who I think are the future of our program. I'm going to have to get through this, because that's what experience is. And this is what this is. This is learning under fire. And there'll be a payoff for that. It'll come back to us. It's an annuity. Just keep paying it in. Pay it in. It'll come back. It may not come back exactly when you always want it to come back. I'd like it to be back today, tomorrow. I can't wait. But you know what? It will come. I don't know when that will happen. That's what I told them. Just keep working, man. I don't know when, but it will happen. Trust me. It'll happen. Because we got good guys that work hard and they have ability. But we got to get glued together.
Steve, you talked about the offsides that wasn't called. I'm assuming you're talking about that 75-yard touchdown. Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't an offsides. You know, we got back, but some teams script that so that they think it's a free play, and they take the free play. I think it's terrific. It's just good coaching, you know. But it really wasn't going to be a free play, but we made it a nice, beautiful play. We didn't make a play on the ball. You know, we just kind of almost like maybe thought it was, I don't know what, but that was kind of freaky, you know, and that's a bad way to get going. You know, that's the other thing. You know, you start doing stuff like that with a young team, you know, veteran, bearded up Grizzly teams, those things don't affect them as hard. But when you're a young team, that stuff affects you. You know what I mean? It has an effect. It has a stinging to it. Then all of a sudden, oh, and I thought we came back in halftime. We came back in the third quarter, kind of said, okay, let's get back in this. Let's get back in the fight here a little bit, you know. And that's what you can see. That's obvious. I mean, that's kind of the good news hidden in all the chaos coming at you.
Now, Steve, if you take away the 7 explosives, they scored they had 7 explosives,
yes,
6 drives that they scored on.
Yes.
So if you take away that, you know, it's an okay game. So how do you rate this game compared to the other 3?
I think it's very similar, Keith. You know, I think this is clearly where we are right now. You know, there's very few games other than I thought the Pittsburgh game, but the other games were a lot like that. It's just like they come in bunches on us, you know, and we do these things, and you know, it's like you know, and if I were a donkey, we'd all go for a ride. If I could take this play away, if I could take that play away. I mean, that's not football, right? You can't do that. But what you have to do is look at it for what it is and say, okay, you know, you'd like to think that you could make a play on that play we're just talking about, right? You'd like to think if that thing happened 10 times, 9.99 of them, that's not going to result in a catch or a touchdown. But these things are popping on us. And that's my job. I got to do a good job of keep coaching and keep the faith and keep confidence, because I feel like those are the things that we can squeeze out of here. You know, like you said, we got to squeeze those out. We just got to squeeze them out. Now, you're not going to squeeze every one of them out, but you got to squeeze some of them out. And the same exact thing is on offense sometimes kind of hidden that you might not quite see. Okay? And then all of a sudden it's like this. Because the feedback that I get back from the people that we play against is, you got a really tough football team, and we see a real great team in the making. And I believe that too. And that's why I have the attitude that I have, and why you probably say, well, what's up with this guy? Because that's what I really believe in. I'm not a good faker. I'm not a good hider. I'm not a good manipulator. I'm not good at that. But I know what I feel. And I'm expressing that to you. And that's the beautiful thing, is you can see that, agree with that, not. That's your decision. But that's what's going on, and that's where we are. So it's exciting. It's frustrating. It's very frustrating, but it's exciting. It's exciting. It's exciting where we can go. And how fast can we get this done? We're in a foot race to do it right now. We are absolutely in a foot race to do this. We need a little of that taste of victory. We need to get some of that again. That's important. When you work as hard as we work, you need to feel that victory. You need to feel that. And we need to get that done. So we're going to battle. We're going to battle to see if we can find that this Saturday. And that's all I can tell you. I'm real committed to that, and I think our team is real committed to that. So that's where we are, you know, and it's frustrating, it's trying, but it's also exciting. And like I said, our day will come. Our day will come. It'll happen. It'll happen now, because we got the right pieces in the foundation. Freshman, 6'5", bam, making those catches. Like that a lot, a lot. Young freshman center knocking people around. Like it a lot. Like that a lot. Like 2, 3 freshman linebackers running around with so much ball to them. Love that. Love that. That's how those are foundations.
Steve, that play where they kind of tricked you to think the offsides. Is that something you saw on film with them?
Yeah, a lot of teams. There are a lot of teams that do that. You know, you see them. You know, linemen, they freeze. They like stay there frozen in time for the play's over, and they do it. I don't know why, but, you know, but I think it's very, you know, I think it's smart. I think it's a good thing to do. The Mason said it wasn't going to be a dead play.
Joe, Steve, before the season, you said one of your goals for the season was to get bowl eligible.
Yep.
As of right now, you guys can only get to 5 wins. So how do you keep your team motivated in the next 2 games?
Well, I mean, the bottom line with that is just keep the faith, and you never know what's going to happen. You never know what might pop up that might be positive. You never know. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know that 5 and 6 won't make you bowl eligible. You don't know that. There's a lot going on. But you know what? For us, the most important thing right now is just getting better and finding a win. Because we got a big picture here. We really do. You know, it's a big picture. You know, I hope we play more games because I want to practice more. I want to practice more. I want to play more. I want to keep growing because I know it's around the corner. So I think the key thing to keep the team going really is, you know, do they love football? And they do. I've been around those teams where right about now it's like, I don't want to do this. This team, they want to do this. Like, they like it. And that's what's different about this. That's how you know that our day will come. If they don't like it, and it's just like, you know, you're kind of in it because, well, maybe the glory's not, maybe we can't. Or do you just love football? Do you love competing? Do you love playing? Our guys like competing. They like playing. They've been, like many teams, we're not the only one, been handed some shots along the way. We've lost some guys from injuries, and we just got Matt Brown back, and he's still not 100%. You know, we've lost some guys for some other reasons, and we lost our starting center. You know, our starting center's been gone. I don't know when he'll come back. I mean, but, you know, we don't seem to get shaken. You know what I mean? Like, okay, well, Monday, what time, Coach? We got to get ready to roll on Monday? Yep, we'll get ready to roll on Monday. So that's the team that you have here in Philadelphia. If you can't appreciate that, then you don't appreciate the true passion of the game of football. I understand it's frustrating. I understand that you'd like to see it more together. I get that totally.
Well, any comments on game attendance lately? You came out in the papers making some statements about how students need to come out to games. Have you seen a visible change?
I mean, I said that when we played Rutgers. I said that prior to that game, and I thought they came out great. And I think our guys come out. I'm really appreciative to our fans, to our students. You know, I just really appreciate the support that they give us and the great feeling they give our team every day on campus. I think they get it, you know what I mean? And they get frustrated, but, you know, that's all part of being a fan, too. You buy your ticket, you get frustrated, you're in it, you're excited, you're watching your football team. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not so good, but I appreciate everything that they bring to the table for our football program. And like our team's going to grow, our fan base is going to grow. And, you know, that with wins, that has a tendency to grow at a little better clip, and I understand that, too. So our day will come there, too.
What's your evaluation of Queer right now as a guy that's got 13 starts under his belt? Is he still developing, do you feel, at the rate that you'd like him to, or is some areas a little slower than you thought?
I think he needs to develop a little bit more. I think we've given him a tremendous opportunity here to take the next step. I think we've done that. And he's played some good football, and then he's had some tough football. The quarterback gets too much credit, and the quarterback gets too much blame. So he's just got to, like everyone else, he's got to keep competing, keep challenging, keep grinding. The other guy's got to keep challenging, and we're going to just put the best players on the field. Whoever can, that job of the quarterback is to move the team, to move the offense, to be a leader, to make plays. When Juice went down on that drive, he made some plays. You got to make plays, especially when they're there to be made. You know, I mean, how many are you going to get? I mean, that's, you know, the kid who came in for Cincinnati today made some nice plays. He hit them. He had a couple plays to be made. He hit them. The ones that Keith's talking about. There's probably about 4 or 5 of them. He made those plays. That's what it is. You got to be able to do that. That's part of the responsibility at that position. You know, and Chris has certainly made a number of good plays. But you know, at this point right now, if that's not happening at the rate good enough, then someone else gets an opportunity to do that. But we're gonna make sure we found the right guy to move this football team. That's all part of it.
Okay, thanks, Dave.
Go ahead.
How much was your defensive game plan tough for you? Because I mean, Bunch didn't even play today. He's
No,
dynamic
not
athlete,
tough.
But they're just
Same place, John. They ran the same offense.
Okay.
Yeah, and I thought we worked real hard and did some things to try to shut the run down a little bit better, and I thought we worked really hard and accomplished some things. I'm really disappointed that they hit us on those, whatever, some of those long explosives really disappointed me. It's unfortunate, but I thought at times we got off the field better. And then, of course, a couple of those third longs where the quarterback comes running out of there when it's going to punt the ball. I mean, that's upsetting, and especially when you know you have the right defense in there and the right call at the right time for that. That's a little frustrating. But no, the quarterback situation really, like I said, they ran the exact same. They're not going to change their offense, but that kid just did a good job of. He didn't make a lot of mistakes. I didn't study him, but it didn't appear that he made a bunch of mistakes. He appeared that he made the throws he had to make. He made a couple of good runs he had to make, and I'm guessing that's what Coach Jones wanted to get done with him, and it appears that he got that done. Power to him.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, guys.